Welcome to my station, Chats with Flo. I'm really happy to talk about the topic, and the reason why is because I am a pastor's wife. My husband and I, we have been in our ministry for 26 years. My husband, he was ministering before we got married, but he never planned to become a pastor. Maybe 7 months after we got married, he started pastoring. So even though we didn't plan it, our personalities just fit what we were called to do. This video is for someone that's either engaged to a pastor or for someone that's already married to a pastor and you're not really comfortable with your role yet as a first lady of the church. This video is also for a pastor that's actually dating someone and you are considering marrying. This video is also for someone that feels like they want to marry a pastor and become a first lady of a church. Make sure you tune in and watch the rest of this video because there's certain characteristics that you are going to need in order to be an effective pastor's wife. And yes, I do know that all ministries are different, but even though they all are different, certain characteristics you are going to need to have. So make sure you watch the rest of this video. Tip number 1, don't be selfish or self-centered. Everything is not about you or about what you want. It's more about you being in God's will and you fulfilling the roles that God has for you in the ministry. When you are a needy person, it's aggravating for your mate and also it's aggravating for other people that have to be around you. So don't be needy. Tip number 2, don't be a gossiper. Every so often in ministry, you are going to have to counsel someone. Being a person that can keep a secret, it's not fair to a member to where they tell you something personal about them and then later on they hear it from another church member. That doesn't make a person feel good. Tip number 3, have a good relationship with God. Having a good relationship with God is something that you can't fake because people can see through that. And the only person that you are going to be fooling is yourself. So have a good, genuine relationship with God. You are going to be an example for the other women in your church. And even though you may not want the role of being other women example, it just comes along with it. You can show them how beautiful it is just to be able to serve God. And you're going to need that relationship with Him in order to do the things that He called you to do for the ministry. How do I develop a good relationship with God? It all has to do with spending time with God. Reading your scriptures and praying, meditating on God and His goodness. The Bible says that if you draw nigh to Him, that He will draw nigh to you. Tip number 4, get along with others. Try your best to get along with others. Don't be the person that always starts a confusion. It looks really bad when the pastor's wife is the one that's always in the middle of confusion. I have seen some pastors' wives to where every so often you always see them or hear about them having an argument with someone and maybe even trying to fight someone in the church. The Bible says, blessed are the peacemakers, not the peace breakers. Tip number 6, don't be jealous. Your husband is going to have to interact and counsel women and men. Be confident in who you are. Number 7, be private. Don't tell all of your business. I would say, don't tell none of your business. Whenever I'm having a conversation with a member, I play the role of the listener, not the role of the one that's telling everything. If you need someone to talk to, find you a good friend. And I would also suggest this as well. If you need someone to talk to God. Because one thing about him, he's not going to tell anybody else. You will never hear it again. And he's the only one that can help you. And I'm not just saying this is what I live by. It's not anything that I can't tell him to where I don't have to worry about hearing it again. Tip number 8, have a love for the ministry and also people. I love what I'm doing. I love serving God. And I love seeing people's life change. I'm passionate about it. And this is something to where you don't just have to say with your mouth, but people just can watch you and can feel it when they're around you. They know when you love them. They know when you care about what you're doing. When you have a love for your ministry, you're not going to do anything to bring it down. If anything, you're going to try to think of ways to make it grow. Tip number 9, be able to create peace in your home. Before my husband comes home every day, I make sure that my house is clean. And when my kids were young, I made sure that things were organized for them as well. I make sure that they all had a warm meal to eat every day. Not just a warm meal, but something that was nutritious to make our home pleasant. I wanted my home to be to where he can come home and relax. And not even just for him, but just for our children and for myself. So you may wonder, okay, how do you create a peaceful home? You make it to where when your husband comes in the door, don't complain about things. If anything, just try to enjoy him. Enjoy each other. If you have children, enjoy your kids. Make it a pleasant environment. Your attitude says a lot. You can create a good environment at home by your attitude or a bad one. Being clean and organized is really important to your environment. Think about it. When you walk into a place and everything is in order, everything looks really nice, it makes you just want to sit down and relax and just stay there for a while. But on the other hand, if you walk into a place and everything is in a mess, nothing is in order, it makes you just want to turn around and leave. Number 10, treat others the way that you want to be treated. Don't take advantage of people. And also, don't have pigs in the church. You expect things like that at your workplace, but that's not appropriate to play those kind of games at church. Just because you are married to the pastor, you are going to have people that's going to try to be your friend or try to get close to you in order to get to him. But don't fall for any of that. Treat everybody the same. Number 11, be likable and admirable. Okay, you may think, so why is it important to be likable? People need to like you. It's not a good thing. I have seen some pastors' wives to where no one likes them. And believe it or not, it does eventually become a hindrance to the church. No, I'm not telling you to be fake. Just don't have a bad attitude or be moody. People should not be able to watch you and know whether or not if things are going good for you in your household or not. I have seen some pastors' wives that are like that. You can always tell how things are going for them by just watching the wife. So you may ask, how do I be an example to others? Be faithful to your church. Be a good wife and a mom also. If you just treat others the way that you want to be treated, that's a great example. You may ask, how do you know whether or not if you are in a good example to your church? You're going to know it because of the fact that people are going to tell you. Every so often you're going to get a compliment about it. I get compliments from women my age or older. I get compliments even from young adults, teens. Be an example by just being happy. Laugh. Have fun. Most of all, have a servant attitude. And you may wonder, how do you have a servant attitude? You give yourself to your ministry, and you give yourself to your ministry by whatever role you are playing. Be the best. Be the best wife, mom, friend, member. You have the power to grow your church or subtract from your church. I just wanted to add that I'm going to be doing another video, and it's going to be for pastors' wives. It's going to be about finding your role, your place in the ministry. If you are a first lady, or if you're getting ready to walk into that particular position, leave a comment at the bottom. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, have an awesome day.